Okay, guys, I'll be sharing a bit more of the practical side of things. And I've actually called the title for this message FUN-tentional. I know there's no such word in the book, but I just thought I'll give birth to a new word, and that is FUN-tentional. It definitely, if you look in the Bible, you don't find the word fun actually. I did look up, but I couldn't find it. Maybe there's I'm Afrikaans, so I thought there's a word close to it. It's foundations, but no, I said, oh yeah, there's an O in there, so it's not foundations, it's foundations. So fun is not really a word in the Bible, and but it's okay, and we're still gonna have fun. I'm gonna share some incredible stories of my journey as a youth leader, and actually I was in youth leadership for a while, and then we planted a church, and I was out of youth ministry, as in leading youth. And then one day, God spoke to me and said, go back to youth. And I thought, sure, okay, cool, I'll try this. So I go up to the fishbowl. We're still there in Sunningdale. And so I stand outside the fishbowl. I don't know if you ever have bungee jumped before in your life. Now, I bungee jumped at Gouditz. And I remember standing there, and I had to jump. And my wife and I, Marjolein, sorry, I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Konrad, sorry. And I'm married to Marjolein for 23 years. And we've got 3 kids. And so it's lekker. And we lead Wellington PM. Lekker. You can see these crazy guys. Eh? That's why I'm so crazy. I hang out with them. So it's lekker. And so in any case, so when we bungee jump, my wife and I decided whoever is the most scared will jump first, so that when the other person has jumped, and they won't bail out, So in any case, I said, of course you can jump first. So in any case, I'm groot mond. So I'm like, go, and I walk up to the bridge, and I get there, and they strap your ankles and written your weight on your arm that everyone can laugh at you. And so like, I was a scrawny guy, so I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking, no ways. No. So eventually, instead of my wife jumping first, I jumped first. But I didn't really jump. I fell. They counted me down. But in that moment, it felt like every cell in my body grew little hands and feet, turned around and pushed me back. And I tried and tried. I couldn't jump. They counted me down, I think 3 times. Eventually, I fell, and I swung like Tarzan. But so I'm there outside the fishbowl, and I look at the youth inside the fishbowl. I'm standing there, and I'm thinking, no way, I can't do this. I can't go inside. And then this lovely lady, her name is Sue McIntosh. She rocks up there. And I'm standing there. I am so bung to go in there because these guys look wild. And they're wrestling there, and it's just like wild. And she came to me. She said, are you here to fetch your child? And I'm like, oh, I'm actually here to join the youth. And she's like, whoa, watch that guy. He's a weird guy. Why is he here? So in any case, so I joined the youth, and it was an incredible journey. Eventually, I became a deacon in Josh Gen, and then they asked me to lead Sunningdale Youth, and which has been an incredible journey for me. And with the guys, and some of the oaks here, even like, I don't know, where's Matt Anderson? I saw him here. There the man is. We've got some stylish memories. So there's a beautiful scripture that I just want to share with you guys. I didn't ask them to put up on the board, but it's 1 Peter 4 verse 8. It just says, the one piece, it stands out, 1 Peter 4:8, and it says, love deeply. And that is, there was a time that I remember I was like standing outside of church waiting for people to love, and just when they come in and love them deeply. And then there was a place, there we go, love each other deeply. And then there was a time in my life where I really went through the mills, and my heart just closed up, and I couldn't love anymore. And it was horrible. Horrible is such a weak word. It was hell, not to be able to love. And then God came, and He healed me, and He walked with me, and He opened my heart again, so I could love again. And so that's why I love people, and it's the work of Jesus in me. Only because of Him that I could love. So then I became an elder on this with the youth, and so I knew every name of every person, and spent time with them. Also ran up and down like Kim. And next to the rugby field, and screaming and shouting and stuff like that, and celebrating people's birthday. And this one birthday, 2 birthdays, I won't forget. The first one, we thought, let's let's organize. It's Matt Anderson's birthday the next day. So we got one of the youthies to sleep at his place. He sleeps in a room outside of the house. And he's going to open the door at 6 o'clock. He's going to unlock the door, and we're going to take a cabbage and put like a widowmaker inside, light it, and roll it into the room. And stuff like that. And then, blow it up there in his room. So this guy who slept at his house, he gave it all away, opened the door, like, and then Matt already knew something was not lekker. So in any case, there was a couple of us like behind the door and like Mission Impossible vibes and stuff like that. And we're trying to light this cracker. So because none of us, So in any case, we're not pros with lighters, but we got this thing lit, and then we took this cabbage and we rolled it in, and we videoed it. I still have it on video. Suddenly, this flame and the cabbage flying and stuff like that. And Matt's like, what's happening? And we ran and we said, happy birthday. And we celebrate. I'm sure you still remember that day. You can't forget it. There's still a bit of cabbage in your hair there. And really, there's I grew up very traditional. So when God set me free to be able to enjoy Jesus and enjoy people, I think the pendulum swung all the way to the other side. And it was amazing. Like, we have these youth leader meetings, and actually the young guns, they would bring me into balance, because I would swing it that way. And talking about swinging it that way, I had this dream to lead worship hanging from the roof. And so we thought we need to do this. So in any case, one of the guys in Untitled PM, Devin Correa, he's actually into the rigging. He's like goes out on the rigs and stuff, and he rigs up people and rigs himself up. So in any case, so Michael, Hubert, and myself, we decided we're going to be rigged up there in Sunningdale, there between heaven and earth. And it was so funny. And they will rig him up, and Michael would just go like, "Kunk," and like his feet up and his head down, and he's like, no. And so, in any case, and eventually we strapped into a chair. They hoist him up there, hanging in the middle of nowhere. And me with a guitar, he took my drum. He slapped a hole in the drum that night, and I haven't fixed it yet. And they rigged me up, and I had this little jean shorts. They're actually here on the stage. I'll show you them now. And there's jean shorts, cowboy boots, cowboy hat. And they took us, and they would swing us. And Michael and I will go and lead worship from there. And we had a mic tied to this rope hanging. And they'll swing us up and down. And we just, and we kept everyone, like in Life Care Phone, when the doors open, everyone could come in. We worshiped the Lord. It was crazy, amazing. We didn't have feeling in our feet. It was weird. And but it was just really expression of great joy. And loving people. And if I can leave something with you, there's a few things I hope I'll be able to leave with you. But one of the things is that you would make eye contact. That you won't be here, but you are thinking as in I'm talking to you, but I'm like, I can't wait to get out of this conversation. But actually to engage and to celebrate people. That's the second thing. Celebrate people. I mean, do you know how it feels like if you walk into a place and people say, Jacobus Herbrand van Skalkwyk, hello. It's like something is like in you. That's none of my names, but in any case, and it does something, and you celebrate people. You celebrate them, and they know that they are wanted, they are loved, they're accepted, and you pull them in. And from that place, then you work with them. Now, these things that we've done, they only catch nets. They only, they don't have too much spiritual value, but there's something in it when someone finds out that you're crazy, and they keep on following you because you're crazy, and to see what you're going to do next. And then in that time, you disciple them and bring them through. Like some of you guys here today. I remember, and just to say that it doesn't stop when I was an elder then, I'm still an elder now, but I'm leading a congregation, but that doesn't stop me from being crazy. And so actually this week was it Lila, Monday, Tuesday? Was it Monday? It was Lila's birthday. She's in our congregation. So in any case, we thought we're going to do something. What, we don't know, but we're going to do something. So after long thinking and brainstorming, we came up with this idea. I've got these famous pink tights. Maybe I should have brought them, but I've got these famous pink tights. I did put a short over them, so, And so I've got these there's pink tights, Lumo pink tights, and my motorcycle boots, there's massive boots, and this polka dot shirt, and like this cap, and we played this hip hop. Oh, that's the one. How did you guys find it? It's amazing. No way. Those tights. And so any case, so we went to TMT and we organized this and we walked in, and the music started, and we jived. We had such a lucky time there, just going for it there with them. So we still keep up with the pace that's out there. And but talking about these jeans that we had on here, or that I'm going to show you, is one night we decided we're going to have a boys' night. And this night's going to be different. We're going to wrestle. And so we got a whole lot of mattresses. The girls had their thing upstairs, painting nails and do those fun stuff. And so we had lots of mattresses out there. And but one condition for you to come to the wrestling match, you had to wear an underpants over your pants, like Superman. It's like Superman. So any case, and so this normally I don't wear because I'm not going to explain why. And so any case, so this was my outfit for that night. Brace yourself for sensitive viewers. Close your eyes. This is my pants I wrestled with, and I actually got one of the TMT guys to stitch it for me. He was interning for me, so I had to give him something to do. I hope he's still with us somewhere in the nations after that day. And then one night we decided we can have Kim over, and I know Kim. We did this one men's camp a whole lot of years ago, and we had this whole Harley Davidson feel, and we would go like rum, rum, and we just did. Remember, Kim? So any case, so we got Kim to come and share at youth. But then what we organized was a Harley Davidson. No, it sounded like he didn't have exhaust pipe on, but this thing was loud. So we brought the Harley Davidson into the church, parked it in front, and had the black plastic under it, so in case it drops oil, it's okay, and all of that. We had a lekker time. We played hardcore Christian music. We had a lovely time. And so on the way out, I take the Harley out, and I'm like, this is so cool. I mean, like, there's only 2 steps to get out of the church. It's not difficult. I've been riding bike for a while. So any case, so I get there, and I'm cycling a little bit. So I want to do it gently, and I just open up a little bit, and I wheel spun and melted the carpet on the side of the step. So I'm like, oh no. So Monday morning in the office, Phil, I don't know if you guys know Phil, we did something with youth Friday night. We melted the carpet with a Harley Davidson and spun on it. So he's like, what? I want to see this. So he came out and he checked this and he's like, no, it's okay. Forgive you guys, whatever. So every time I walk into Sunnydale, until the day they get new carpets, I've got my spot there, the Harley Davidson spot. So, and we had a lucky time with Kim there. Now, I think one thing that I've really noticed over the years is a tribe, like Lance picked up on it, and Andrew picked up on it last night. And the tribes, even if you read in the scripture, it talks about like the tribes of Israel, and just how the 12 tribes, how each of them had a leader. And when I look at you guys, it feels like there's different tribes represented here, but still it comes from one spot, from one place. And so I quickly want to use the acronym of tribe. And just for some things, key things, it's of course more. I'm just trying to fit it into tribes. So I had to think of things that is relevant for the word tribe. So let's quickly just unpack it quickly. The word tribe, the T. I would say there's something in our togetherness. It's something like this. Lance, used to organize all these youth gatherings. It's like gathering of the dangerous. It's like this today. It's like guys coming together and one purpose, one heart, one vision, running for Jesus. It's an incredible thing. That togetherness is something that happens. That's just something that togetherness, like we even in our mistakes, we're together. Like one day we had a youth leaders camp. We had it at Provence. So there was a ladies camp actually at the same time at Provence. So we thought, what can we do? It's a bit boring down here at the river, like nothing much is happening. So we thought, hey, wait a minute, didn't we bring some crackers as always? And so well, they were in our bag, so let's use them. And so we take these crackers and we think, okay, we're going to go prank some of the TMT students. And we're going to go throw it through their window and just like blow up the place. And we just have some fun and run away. So any case, so we decided, like the youth leaders, we're lying down on the ground and we're stalking, and we're from the river. It's such an adventure. It's like togetherness. And we're stalking and we're going for it. So any case, we get close to the quarters, close to where the guys are. So any case, and at that time, the ladies come out of the hall. And I just remember Michael was with someone busy leopard crawling there. And suddenly they come out of the hall, and he would know. They would ask him, what are you guys doing here? So the only thing you could think of at that time, it says, raise your hands. The guy raises hands, lays hands on him and starts praying for him. just so they won't, like ask him, what is he doing? They won't interrupt the prayer. So any case, so it was crazy times. And so eventually it's so exciting. Like, you go. And we have all these signals and caw. And we move out and we get to the window and we light this thing and we throw it in and we're laughing. And and we run and we dive into bushes and roll and we're laughing. The next morning. The next morning, we are half asleep. We slept outside our tent. So we like lying there, like, and this girl comes with this blanket. Who's Konrad? And I'm like half asleep. I'm thinking, I don't know who you are. I've never seen you in my life. And she's like, you. I said, it's me. I'm Konrad. She said, you blew a hole in my blanket. So I'm like, and you gonna buy me a new one? And I'm like, she leaves it, then off she goes. I'm like, oh no. But in our togetherness, we took up an offering. We bought her a new blanket. So there's something about togetherness that rocks, oh guys. It's just something lekker, man. The next thing is R is relationship. It is really, relationships is key. Really, like Lance said, also know their names. Relationships, it's a beautiful thing. Not just a, hi, how you doing, like, but like touch the heart. Like one night, we also had another men's, we dubbed the kids, what do you call it, kids, where the kids' church is? It's like a kids' classroom thing. We dubbed it the man cave. So for the next couple of weeks, it is the man cave. It's going to be smelly. It's going to be messy. It's going to be wild, but that's what we're going to do it. So the ladies, again, they had their things and we had our things in that. And you had to come through this whole ritual thing, to get into the man cave. So the one night we had worship in there. David Smith on an electric guitar. He looks like the guy, like a weird guy, but in any case, he got the electric guitar. And I was on the mic, so I was El Screamo. We're going to scream tonight. And then we had Michael in the kiddies ball pit with all those balletjies, those colorful balls, in the ball pit. So he's playing drums there. And it was just guys stuck in this place. Like, as in, after a while, shirts were going and we were going crazy. We were worshiping. We were hunting mal. Everything was in one key, one scream, one voice. Michael, you were there. You remember it? And we were crazy, man. And then we decided, let's have a ball war. So in any case, we flipped this couch and we start chucking we just divided the group. We start chucking each other with these balls. We just chucking. We're just having such a lekker joy. And then some of the balls landed in a bucket. We didn't know. A bucket of water. And all the balletjies go and lie on top of this water. So I don't know. Matt, was it you? That was Matt. So I can imagine Matt sees this, and Christopher, I'm sure you were there as well. Eh? So he sees this, man. Why throw one ball at a time when you can throw like 100 of them at the same time? And Matt says, great stuff. He doesn't know what's under those balls. So he grabs this bucket and he chucks it, bro. It's water over the speakers, the light, everything just stopped. Like, whoop. Wat het nou gebeur? Like, what happened now? We were like, this is crazy. And for the rest of the night, there was our evening. We were scrubbing floors, cleaning walls, praying that the sound equipment won't blow and things. And that was our thing, And having a relationship, it's just those times that forges relationship. It's just, man, we've got these memories to go back. The other day, Michael and I, we saw each other for a kids' planning session. And we sat there for, I don't know how long, just laughing and laughing of all the stupid stuff that we have done. But that relationship, it's like, it's a beautiful thing. Then the I of tribe, and I hope I'm spelling tribe correctly, it's T-R-I-B-E. Eh? So I'm just, Afrikaans. And the next one is integrate them into the church. Exactly what Lance has actually said. Integrate them into the church. Very, very important. And so I'm not going to really go, say too much about that. But a story that comes to mind. One night we want to do, unpack the Lord's Prayer. Now, I'm sure most of you have been to Sunnydale Venue. And in Sunnydale Venue, we've got those poles up at the top, and we've got the spotlight shining down. And so what we did was we took a loaf of bread and we tied it with gut running to the sound desk. And this loaf of bread is there between the spotlights. No one knows about it. But we've practiced this. So we've put a little X on the ground. So in any case, so we're going through the Lord's Prayer. And then this girl, her name's Bernadette. She's not here. Okay. And so Bernadette goes, but so she kneels and she said, Father, give us today our daily bread. And as she does that, the sound guy cuts it. And this loaf of bread comes out of nowhere. And it's just next to her, like, cool. And this guy saw, yo, God answers quickly yesterday. And but they'll never forget the Lord's Prayer. They'll never forget the Lord's Prayer. And so definitely integrate them into church. The B stands for building the kingdom. Building the kingdom. And what I mean by that is discipleship, sitting with people and disciple them. That's what Jesus said. He says, make disciples. Make disciples. He'll build his church, but we have to make disciples. That's what we need to do. And just with this whole journey of making disciples, I actually, we took it, we need to make spiritual disciples, but we took it a little bit further on few occasions, that we also made disciples of how to not run youth. And so in any case, so one night we decided we need to do some jousting. And so I went to Pick n Pay and I asked Pick n Pay if we can borrow 2 trolleys. I'm fully confident that we'll be able to return them in the same state. And but if we can have those 2 trolleys and let's go to youth with them. So we had this whole thing that we're going to do jousting. So we got these, with the material, like you go to the material shops, it looks like a toilet roll, but just much thicker and about this long. So I went to the material shop, got those. We put a boxing glove on front of each one and we strapped it up and all this stuff. So any case, so we would do jousting with that. We got helmets and pads and stuff like that to make it more exciting. But then we decided the body is too much and we're going to go for a balloon on the trolley. So we put a balloon on each trolley and we'll push. But like, as in, the guys were like kind of like and the kind of a thing. And then the girls like, yes, they rolled up their sleeves. And I thought, no, bro, you guys are sissies, man. And they'll push this thing. The one girl broke a thumb. It was so exciting. And she was pushing this trolley. And the oaks will ramp and they will miss both. And you just seen tanden vlieg and just helmets fly and the trolleys. And we had so much fun. So that is not good discipling. And so don't try this at church. And but in any case, great stuff. So the E will be coming kind of for a landing. And the last one, that's kind of what I've been speaking about all the time. And the E is, it's not like a really nice word, but I said entertainment. And that's like having fun. And with the guys, this is these things are just nets, little hooks, little have fun things, but never build on them. They're like little scaffolding. They just keep something in place. And it's great fun. And guys come to youth and they're always thinking, goodness gracious me, what's gonna happen next, And but definitely have fun. But don't build around it. Don't aim for that. Aim for Jesus. Keep aiming for him. I thought, for the youth, it is nice to have fun with the youth, but also we need to spread our borders and we need to expand our territory. And at that stage, I heard that Merv was going through a difficult time. Is Merv still here? And Merv's still there, okay. And so Merv was like running at the speed of light. So I phoned him. I said, my friend, can I have 30 minutes of your time? Just 30 minutes. And I can imagine he's like, I'm so busy. Okay, cool. I'll give you 30 minutes. So yeah, man, I picked him up from his house. And I looked at my watch and I said, I'll have you back here in 30 minutes. And I'm quite a slow driver. My kids actually asked me, Dad, why do you drive so slow? And I said to them, I live fast, so I drive slow. And you've got to have that balance. And so in any case, so we go down to Big Bay. And I said, strip, but hold your pants up. And he's like, huh? So he's got to take everything off. His shirt, his socks, shoes, belt, wallet, sock duke, everything, lip eyes, everything. It was like everything out. So in any case, so me and him, so we said, okay, now we're going to go buy ice cream like this. And he's like, I'm like, I'm not prepared for this, you know. So in any case, but me and him, we go in there, we walk into the shop, these two guys, like in the middle of the day, like in the morning. And it was in the middle of winter. And it's like, no one swims. It's winter. And here's these two guys. They're not from Transvalia. They're local guys. So we rock up there. We buy ice creams. No one buys ice creams. I think they were excited. It was like the only two ice creams maybe they've sold in the last 3 weeks or something. And two these weird looking guys with no shirts on and just a little PT shorties. So in any case, so I said to him, you're not allowed to eat your ice cream. Hold it. We're going to now go and swim with your ice cream above the water to the back of the breakers, and only there we can eat our ice cream. So yes, the two of us, we are going there, swimming with this ice cream, and the water clops us, and then we're up again. We just don't want to lose this ice cream. So in any case, we're laughing. We're like stepping on stones, but we're laughing. We're just having such a great time. So we're eating our ice cream there in the back. We're eating. We come back, and we see these people who are watching us. And we've got nothing to dry ourselves with. So in any case, so we take our shirts, pat. And these people came to us, and they look, and they come closer, and they're Josh Jenners. and they like, we were thinking, what were those two crazy monkeys doing out there? They didn't know it was us. It was the elders. But in any case, so we explained to them what we did, and then they were happy. They were cool with it. So learn to have some fun, guys. Really, it's a blessing. Let me just see if there's anything else that I would love to leave with you. Lance have encouraged us many times. When last did you break a window or break something? And we didn't disappoint him. We broke a window every now and then, tackle someone right through the window and stuff like that. Blinds and stuff. Remember? And then we've got to wait until who is what time for the guys to come and fix the window. So we've been in Phil's office a few times repenting of our things that we've done on a Friday night. I'm so sorry the church has to pay for a new window. I'm so sorry we've melted the carpet. I'm so sorry we spilled water on sound equipment and everything else. It wasn't intended. So we did things. And I think I'll end off with this little story. And that happened actually in this venue right here in Edgemead. So we decided we're going to prank other youth groups. I mean, like, what is youth without a prank? So we're going to do this. We've got crackers, but we thought we'd lay it down for only this once. And so we decided we're going to go, and in the youth meeting, we're just going to run in, but we're going to do something special. This is what we did. So it was a new guy in youth, a visitor, or he's been there like maybe twice or 3 times. So we said to him, you must come with us, and you must go to youth. So the normal thing that happens in youth is come forward, what's your name? Gerbrandus van die kerk, and stuff like that. And what do you do? Your favorite hobbies and all that stuff. So in any case, we knew that was going to happen. So we got a couple of us. Michael dressed as Angry Bird. We got an Angry Bird suit, like the real deal. A real deal suit, massive. We couldn't even go in the car. We had to drive with another car to fit all the props in. And then Carlos, another guy, was in youth with us. He dressed as SpongeBob. He dressed as SpongeBob. This massive thing. And we had Wonder Woman and things like with all these different characters. So and this boy, he dressed up like as a rugby player. So he goes to youth. He was like, "Oh, you're welcome. You're new here." "Yes, I'm new here." So they said, so we're waiting. We're hiding. And they said, this was upstairs, and they said, so what do you do? Do you have any friends? He says, yeah, I have imaginary friends. Now you can see, I think Trevor was still leading. You can see like, whoo, deliverance. and yes, and it's like imaginary friend. So and then I said, like who? And he said, SpongeBob. And in comes SpongeBob running. The youth, HB didn't know what hit there. Like, here comes SpongeBob, the real McCoy, and he runs in there. And who else? Angry Birds. Here comes Michael running in. And we had Wonder Woman and everyone. And then we had water pistols, and we spat them all. We spat them all wet, and then we ran out again, and we went back to Sunnydale Youth. And so that was some amazing memories of being involved with youth, and I still have a very special place in my heart for you guys. We love you, as Scripture says, deeply, really deeply. And it's great to know you guys by name. It's great to love you guys. So bless you, love you, keep running for Jesus. You're doing well. Thank you.